What's up, guys? It's Ran from Team DFG back with another video. Here we have match 3 of our new challenger approaches series with Rashawn. This will be the third and final match, like I said, that decides it all. Right now we have him playing Shadow Dogmatica versus Orcus. And see, we're starting off with the Nadir Servant. That's pretty good. Send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then add one Dogmatica card or Fallen of Albaz from your deck or graveyard to your hand that has attack less than or equal to that said monster in the graveyard. Also, the rest of the turn this card is resolved. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. You see again met with Ash. And thing is though, Dogmatica have so many lines and so many places they can go through, where I don't know if that's even going to be enough. He's thinking this target for Descend. Yeah, because that is in fact the cost. So now if he sends his this Shaddoll here to the graveyard, he actually is able to search for a Shaddoll. I think it's Al Capone. I don't say Al Capone. It has a different name, but I call it Al Capone. Anyway, it adds a Shaddoll card to hand, and then you discard one card from your hand, which obviously you're going to discard the Shaddoll. So he discards the rest Shaddoll, and then he's going to special summon. You guys can't see it, but I think that if I remember correctly, this is Shaddoll Beast that he set face down off of the Rishadol effect. Then he's gonna banish the Al Capone for Maximus, which you guys know what Maximus does. When he special summons, you can banish one fusion. You banish first the fusion monster or single XC linker monster in the graveyard. The special summon this card from your hand, and then during your main phase, you can send 2 monsters with different names from your extra deck to the graveyard. And your opponent has to do the same thing, but obviously you're locked out of the extra deck, which that's fine. You don't really care. So you see, he gets some resources out of it. He gets his what's the name? His Ash Dragon and the Construct. The Construct doesn't do anything right now, but that's fine. And I just get rid of some cards. I get rid of All Mirage and I think Link Spider. Cause like I've been saying for the last 2 matches, these are all decks I'm working on, and I'm like, I really have to get around to finishing them. But I've been kind of lazy lately, I'm be honest with you. So he's gonna pass turn. I'm gonna set one. Use Danger Nexus effects. The build I'm going with right now for this Orcus deck is as he changed the Shaddoll Schism, which allows him to banish monsters from his graveyard or on my side of the field, and summon out a Shaddoll as if he's just Shaddoll fusioning or Shaddoll fusioning, which is pretty good. So he gets a window. Anyway, I'm trying out a second build for this deck, but I might literally shift to the Rocket Orcus build because this is kind of But we pitch. Well, he chooses the Thunderbird, and then we end up summoning out the Nessie, drawing a card and popping his set. We mind control the window. Then we're trying to figure out where to go from here. Because honestly, it doesn't look like much on his side of the field, but I don't think we can have enough for lethal or anything anyway. So we're gonna link off the Nessie. No, I'm sorry, not link them off. I already did my one special summon. I'm tribute summoned for the Gizmek Orochi. Yes, you can do that. And now we're trying to figure out where to go from here, but I don't think we have many Orcus cards to work with here. We have the Foolish, but if he has the Ash, that kind of stops her plays. Yeah. See, now if the Ash was not there and the Foolish Bear was to resolve, I'm pretty sure we would have had this game cleaned up. But we're gonna have to just literally settle for the Brass Bombard normal summon. Wait, Brass Bombard normal summon. Oh no! I just realized I normal summoned it twice. I'm so used to using Gizmek effect to banish 8 to summon it that I accidentally normal summoned the Brass Bombard without realizing it. So that's a misplay on my part. But truth be told, it does not affect the state of the game too much, because if he was to get rid of this Schism or this Maximus, it's not really hindering or affecting Rashawn's plays in the long game, because he's already has his hand set up ready for next turn. But I guess we're gonna try to sit here and make a dent as best we can. Overlay for Dingirsu. Dingirsu is gonna send the Maximus, which I think we should probably send the Schism. But we're gonna try swinging for much damage as we can here. 26 off of Dingirsu, 2450 off of the Gizmek Orochi. So that's 50-50. Main phase 2. Overlay into Zeus. So that's one clear off, but thing is, I don't think that's gonna do much against Dogmatica. Truth be told. And Shadows can float as well. But we'll see how it plays out. Starting off with the Shadow fusion, that's pretty good. Yeah, like I said, I like my previous build that you guys seen on the channel. The previous build of Orcus I had, where it's just straight gas. I was trying to work on a new build for possible tournament play. Just a blind second and just go from there with dangers and, you know, some of the more prominent going second cards in the game. But I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, it's okay, I guess, but I think I like the original version better, to the point where I might literally just check out this Rocket Orcus that everybody's been talking about lately and see how that one goes. It seems like it's pretty good and has very few bricks, a lot of starters and extenders. So I'm like, that seems pretty cool. I might try that out next, but I'll keep you guys posted. Anyway, back to the action. He's going to summon out Construct using, I think it was Ecclesia? Ecclesia is the level 4 Dogmatica that everybody uses. Yes, Ecclesia. And I think that was a Rashawn. And he's gonna send a where's the Nail Shadow? I'm sorry, I'm thinking about the card he special summon set, because he used Rashadol's effect to summon it, and then he's gonna use Construct to send the Rashadol incarnation to graveyard, which when it can banish itself and another Shadol card to flip summon or set down a Shadol on the board. But he's like, I guess he doesn't need that. He's gonna super poly using his set Squamata and my Zeus for another Construct, which gets him another effect of Construct to send again, and it's like, this is not looking very good, truth be told. Because I think we're top decking at this point. We have no good Orcus cards set up for graveyard. We don't have a Nightmare symbol or anything. We're just clarifying what he discarded off of the Super Poly for its effects. Yeah, we're just gonna scoop it up because he sent his El Shaddai fusion, which allows him to, when he gets rid of his constructs, to get his spell card back to fuse further on my turn. Probably go for a window, and then he has the nail shadol because it's a graveyard, so he can just banish off the Orcus I do have in graveyard to do anything, or the Gizmek for that matter, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we're just gonna go to game 2. Hope you guys been enjoying this series because we had a lot of fun doing it. I'm thinking about bringing back Rashawn, and we're gonna have to get my rematch because when I get these decks figured out, he definitely seems like a great opponent to go against for this. And I hope you guys enjoyed some of the decks he brought. Like he does have I believe over 16 to 30 decks minimal. He has like you guys saw, he has virtual worlds. He has generators. He has what's the name? What are they called? Ancient Warriors, Infernobles. Not Infernobles, Infernoids. Yeah, the original Infernos. He has Infernoids, not Infernobles. Or he might have Infernobles for all I know. Cause he's a real cool dude. And the thing is, he literally just buys whatever decks that interest him or pique his interest. I think he also has print kits as well. I think he was talking about playing Fluffles for the next tournament just because. Like he's a real cool guy, and I would love to have him back on the channel. Might ever consider handing out a invite to the team once we get those things resolved out. But yeah, I think we actually were siding for this last match, just to give it more of that competitive feel of like winner takes all. Truth be told, though, I don't think I have anything in the side right now necessarily to hinder Shaddoll Dogmatica, because it's not a deck that you see every day. Well, you won't see many decks every day right now, based on the situation we're going through right now globally. But yeah, in person you don't see much. But I noticed it's been getting some tops here and there, making some noise on the online circuit, I want to call it. But it hasn't necessarily been Shaddoll Dogmatica. It's been like LH Dogmatica, Zoo Dogmatica, stuff like that, where I'm like, this reminds you of some formats past, when it comes to Orcus and the Shaddoll Dogmatica decks, or Dogmatica in general, because it comes in and out of the format. But I see it starting to make its trying to make its presence felt in the new format, which I don't know if it can do it with decks like Drytron out here in virtual worlds. This deck doesn't do enough by itself. You have to have a nice, powerful engine to go with it. But there are a lot of people that are playing Zed nowadays, which is Zoo Dogmatica with Outlich, DED. So maybe through that it might make its way back into the forefront. But we see me having Rashawn go first, and he plays down the Dimension Shifter, which banishes all cards from both players' graveyards for the next 2 turns, including his own, so Macrocosmos for the next 2 turns, which against my deck that kind of sucks, because now I can't send anything to the graveyard, can't get my true play set up. But I think Loki he might pass on that, which I think he did. But we were discussing Ghost Bell versus the Dimension Shifter just out of curiosity, but it does nothing to the shifter. The shifter itself is not banishing anything. It's just allowing, giving the ability for the graveyard to be banished. But we pass back to him. Well, he passes back to me. Set 1 normal summon symbol. Use Mothman's effect. Because we're just trying to draw some more cards, get an extender on the board. Pray to God doesn't get discarded, because don't really care much for the discarding effect. More so just want to get the body and draw cards. We get rid of the Ghost Bell, which that's fine. Mothman, draw a card. So at least here we at least have a Galatea if we want it. I think the best we can do though now is just swing for the fences, cause yeah, that shifter does suck. Yeah, because without the shifter being on the board, we'd be able to extend way further and probably go into game, barring in the Biru. And she has to set Cosmic right behind the Mothman. Thinking of where to go from here. You're just gonna go Link Summon. I was thinking of whether I should just swing with those two, or just go straight to Galatea and then go to Dengirsu to grab back the symbol, and just swing for 26 and then go into Zeus afterwards, or to use the Galatea effect to shuffle back the symbol. But if I shuffle back the symbol, my engine will be turned off, so I have to unfortunately keep the symbol out there. And use Dengirsu's effect to add back the symbol. I guess we're gonna go battle phase, swing for 26. But yeah, out of the games with the Orcus deck, which I thought was gonna be my cleanup deck, it actually fell very short in my opinion. Barring the way it performed, I feel like it could be built stronger personally. Because the one thing I'm gonna do for you guys, I'll make sure I make analysis as far as my decks and my deck building, so like that, and the way things are going as far as games, so like that. Even during matches, where I'm like, cause this is what I do personally for myself. I critique myself constantly. But we're gonna pass back to Rashawn. And I think Rashawn drew Nadir Servant, which is gonna suck because he's gonna literally just send Elder Entity Nist to destroy the Zeus, and then search for any Dogmatica card or Fallen of Albaz to hand. So yeah, that Zeus was for nothing. That's crazy. I summon Zeus twice, I get nothing twice. But yeah, I just bite the bullet on that one. It happens. I think he searches for Ecclesia, the level 4 that cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster specimen from the extra deck, and then if a monster specimen from an extra deck wild card on the field, you can special this card, and if this card special in normal summon, you can activate the effect to add one Dogmatic card from your deck to your hand. But as you already know, for all Dogmaticas, they can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Which yeah, he's gonna go through with that play after Nis handles the Zeus. I think he's adding another Maximus to hand, which is so good in this deck because Maximus just literally just gets you free advantage or opens up your Shaddoll engine by just being there. But yep, Maximus effect. He's gonna send Ash Dragon and his Alp Cologne again. So Alp Cologne's gonna get this effect now, and then Ash Dragon's gonna get this effect at the end phase. Ash Dragon just searches out Dogmatic cards, and I think I already discussed Alp Cologne last game. He gets to add a Shaddoll card and discard one card from his hand, but he's probably gonna just discard the Shaddoll card to begin with. Which is it's so good because it bypasses the extra deck problem. But like, okay, that's cool. I'll just set a bunch of Shaddoll plays for next turn. Rashawn's effect because it's gonna be discarded because he had that in hand, and he added the Schism to hand, which that's so good too. It's an underrated card. Nobody even really looks at right now. Schism allowing you to future summon your opponent's turn using some of their cards, using your own cards, and using the graveyard, which that is so good because we saw how much of an impact that made with the invoked deck. And it's good to see that Shaddoll are still getting support to this day for some weird reason. But then again, I can't talk. Burning Abyss got Cherry Beanie too, so I mean, and we got our Graphis here back. We're not doing anything though compared to Shaddoll's, but I digress. So we're gonna move further into the game here. I think we're going to summon out. I think this is Floridas. No, it's not Floridas. Where's this Floridas? Get their names mixed up. I think this is Flores. Yes. This is in the main phase. If a monster, especially from the extra deck, is on the field, quick effect, you can special this card from your hand, and then if you control another Dogmatica monster, you can negate the effects of one face-up monster on the field to the end of this turn, and then when your Dogmatic cards declare attacks, you can make all your Dogmaticas gain 500 attack. Where he's gonna swing at me for 7,000, leave me on 1,000. And then we're going to special my prank tops on my turn. Use the orchestrated return to send the world one, draw 2 cards. And help those 2 cards get me there because it's not looking very good right now. But I think this, truth be told, it kind of sucks because we had the Cosmic Cyclone set for the Shaddoll Schism, but they left us on 1,000 even, which kind of sucks. On top of the fact that I think we had Evenly Match in hand, so the Evenly Match plus the Cosmic, if we just had like 1,000, like 100 life points more, or even 50 life points more, would have got us there. Because we could have banished the Schism, went for Evenly Match. Well, actually no, went special summon the Pankratops, go into battle phase. Pankratops swings at one, destroys one, and then Evenly Match cleans up another monster, leaving with like 1 monster on the board, which is fine. Then we have the Dangers and the Orcas get us there. But since the Cosmic was shut off, that leaves it as a dead card, which blocks the Evenly Match as well, which is very unfortunate. So Jackalop's gonna be discarded. We're gonna special summon Nessie off of it. And then there's that Brass Bombard again. It's at 1 and it shows up every single time. Flabbergasted. Anyway, you're gonna link away the Nessie and the Brass Bombard into Galatea. We're trying to see when this window's gonna come down, because we know the Schism's in the back row. We know he has a Shaddoll on board. Shaddoll's in the graveyard. We're just trying to figure out when is this gonna come down. We're gonna see Symbol bring back the Dingirsu. Dingirsu's gonna send the Reclusia. Now there was a misplay right here where like I just read the effect to you guys about the Maticas gaining their 500 attack off of the level 8. But I was informed by Rashawn at this moment that yeah, they all keep their 500. That boost stays there, which that is unfortunately incorrect, which does unfortunately affect the game later on. But that's what happens when you just don't read cards or you don't double check. Not saying anybody's cheating or like that. It's just this is why it's important, make sure you read cards, confirm their effects and stuff, because it's in printing, it's in writing, it's right there for you to see it. But it happens. And because certain things, if you don't read up on your cards or pay attention to certain things, it does affect you in the long run, whether you realize it or not. So we're gonna move forward though. I think we're going to think about we're going to battle phase. Yes, we think we're going to battle phase. So we have the Evenly Match is still in hand. Dingirsu swings over the Maximus. Prioritize over the Ecclesia. Galatea swings to that, I believe it is Shaddoll Beast. Yep, to draw 2, discard 1. Discards the Shifter. And I think we forgot to have Symbol attack directly. As we're just trying to think of where to go from here. I think we're linking for 3. Yep. Unicorn effect. To shuffle the schism, he's gonna chain the schism. Which during the main phase, you can fusion summon one Shaddoll fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing fusion materials listed from your graveyard or field, and then you can send to the graveyard one monster your opponent controls with the same attribute as the fusion summon monster. But the thing is, though, just realize that the construct is a light and the unicorn is a dark. So he wasn't able to send that to the graveyard. This is why you gotta read your cards, people. It does affect the outcome of the game. Like I always say, mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. And at the end of the day, these are casual duels, and we are trying to work on our decks and get practice in where we can. But you see now sending Nail Shaddoll off of the construct, which allows him to unfortunately banish 3 cards from my graveyard, which will be Galatea, Dingirsu, and Brass Bombard. Which all pretty much suck really bad because now I have no way to recur my cards as of right now. I think I burned through both my Galatea, so I might have to think about putting along Girsu in here. On top of the fact of even if I was to get rid of that symbol for another card to put it in the graveyard, what am I summoning back out? I think I have maybe a Galatea left, but even then it's like that's not looking very good. We're trying to see his graveyard right now, see what he's working with. Because unfortunately, we're not in the best position right now. So, like with that evenly matched in hand and 4 cards on the field, including that constant cyclone, like I already just said, like if we had at least 100 life points left or something more than what we had, we'd have been fine. I'm thinking whether I want to do the Prankatops effect to just get rid of the construct now. And then you guys just find some other way to end me. But nope, we're just going to pass turn. I guess we'll use the Prankatops when we feel threatened. But he's going to normal summon the Ecclesia. You get Ecclesia's effect. Which is going to add Dogmatic Punishment for next turn. Or nope, he's going to change his mind. He's going to add Reclusia instead, I believe. Yeah, I think it's Reclusia. I'm saying Reclusia. No, it's not Reclusia. I think it's Floris. Fun fact: what if their names was both? What if his name was both Dogmatica and Reclusia? Well, not Dogmatica, but Reclusia, and whatever I said the first time. But anyway, we're gonna do Prankatops to try to destroy the construct, which is fine. He's gonna try activate triple tactical talents, draw 2. And unfortunately, I think we're still in a position where we're probably gonna lose the game because now you literally just swing over the symbol for game with the Floris. Yep, and that's gonna do it, guys. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Hey everyone, it's Bunny from Team DFG. Thanks for watching this video, and remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more content. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys in the next video.